there, welcome back to the Womanpreneur Blueprint Podcast. I'm your host, Lori Robertson, and as always, I am so glad that you are here. Now, I want to have a little heart to heart with you today. And I want to have a little heart to heart with you today because I see so many amazing women building businesses from a place of purpose and passion, but also from a place of people pleasing, over functioning, and a constant burnout. And let me tell you from experience, that's just not sustainable. And it's not what you were called to do. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about something that can literally change the way you show up in your business. Setting clear expectations with your clients, your customers, or your students without feeling bossy or mean. And if you've ever felt walked on, ghosted, unappreciated, or just plain tired of always explaining yourself, then this episode is for you. Now, we're going to start with this is why it matters. So, let me paint you a picture. Now, have you ever had a client who expected daily check ins when you only offer weekly support? Or a customer who thought your $27 ebook came with an unlimited amount of coaching? Or a student in your course constantly DMing you like it's a private mentorship? I have been there, done that. And it's not just frustrating, it's exhausting. But here's what I had to learn the hard way. It's not always their fault. Now, sometimes we never set the expectation in the first place. Is this resonating with you? Because it definitely resonates with me. Now, here's the truth. Your people don't need you to be available 24/7. They need you to be clear. They need you to know what to expect, or they need to know what to expect, how to get the most out of your offer, and what the boundaries are. When expectations are clear, you feel more confident, they feel more secure, and the results are so much better for both of you. So let's talk about how to do this in a way that feels authentic, loving, and also empowering. Okay. Now, here's my 3 clarity pillars. So if you don't have a pen and pad, it's time to get it now. So stop the podcast here, go grab it, and let's get back to it. Now, here's how I keep expectations clear in my business. It took me a little bit of time to do it, but this is what I came up with. Now, whether I'm launching a course, onboarding a client, or selling a product, I call them the 3 clarity pillars. Okay. Now, the first one is clarity on access. You need to let people know how and when they can access you. Example, you can set office hours. You can tell them when your response times are for DMs or emails. And then you can tell them where support will and will not happen. So you need to say this up front, okay? You'll have access to me via email Monday through Friday, and I respond within 48 hours. That's an example. Another one is group coaching calls are where I offer live support. All questions should be submitted there. And if it's a product or a course with no access, then say that too. This is a self-paced course. There is no coaching or messaging included. That one sentence will save you so much stress. Okay, the second one is clarity on results. This is a big one. You need to set realistic expectations around what you offer or what your offer can and cannot do. That is so important. It's not your job to guarantee results because you can't. You never should, because everybody's results are going to vary based upon how much work they put into it. It's your job to guide and support, not guarantee. So say some things like this. This program will teach you the foundational skills to grow your online income, but your results depend on your consistency and action. See how that feels? It's so much better. Try this one. This isn't a get rich quick program. This is for women who are ready to do the work and build something real. It's okay to be direct because it builds trust and it protects your energy, and it also gives you a peace of mind. So the third one is clarity on responsibility. Now, this is where you draw the line because your role and theirs, it draws the line between your role and their role. So let me clarify that. Like, I'm talking about clarity, so let me clarify what I'm saying. You are not the fixer. You are not their savior. You're their mentor, their coach, their guide. So you have to remind them your responsibility for they are responsible for showing up and taking action. That's their responsibility. Then you can say, I'm here to provide tools, guidance, and support. If someone doesn't do the work, right, that's not on you. It just isn't. So when everyone knows their role, the transformation is so much more powerful. And I'm going to say it again, more peaceful. Now, there are some real life boundaries that you need to set up, okay? And let me just share this, okay? Let's talk about what to do when somebody crosses the line, because it will happen. It happens to me all the time. And at first, I used to feel really, really bad about people crossing boundaries because I thought part of my business, in order to keep them as a customer or a client or a student or whatever, that I had to make myself so accessible. And and they crossed the line, calling me all times of the night, texting me, asking me to do this for them and that. And I felt like that's what I needed to do in order to, be helpful or share some value, right? But I was going through burnout doing that. So here's the key. You can be firm and kind at the same time. Let me give you some loving but clear scripts, okay? Now, if a client messages you outside of hours, here's what you can say. Hey, Linda, I saw your message come through. Just a reminder that I respond during office hours. Monday through Friday, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Here's another one. If someone expects results too fast, you can say, I totally understand your urgency, and I love that you're ready for results. Just a reminder, this process takes time and you're doing great. Let's focus on small wins this week. That's a great one. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time because people always want to know, well, I've been doing this for such and such time and I'm not getting any results, or I can't get any, signups or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, but let's just focus on our small wins. This takes time. You just can't run out of the gate and expect results automatically unless you've been doing it for a while. So let's talk about this one. If a customer wants extra support beyond what your course offers, you can say this. That's a great question. It's actually beyond what's included in this product, but I'd love to support you through my coaching, course, or offer, and then ask them, do they want that info? See how you're being very kind, you're being very clear, and then you're still holding your space, your peace, and your boundaries. That's how you lead like a queen in your business, okay? Or if there are any men listening, a king. So here's what I want you to take away from these pillars that I just gave you. You are not bossy for setting expectations. You are not mean for having boundaries, and you're not responsible for doing the work for them. You're their guide, you're their space holder, you're the blueprint provider. And that means it's your job to lead with clarity and confidence. When you do, you'll feel lighter, your clients will feel more empowered, and your business will flow with so much more peace. So I'm going to give you a little bit of homework. Go back through your offers, your emails, and your onboarding processes, and I want you to ask yourself, where can I be more clear? Right? And if this episode has helped you, right? Well, let me back up before I get to this, if this episode has helped you, because I know it has. Let me go back to where can I be more clear? Then I want you, when you ask that question to yourself, I want you to go back and, like I said, look at your offer, read it thoroughly, read all of your emails thoroughly that you want to send out as your autoresponder. Look at your onboarding process, and I want you to, really read through everything and put yourself in the mind of your client, your customer, or your student. And just think, if I was this person, do I understand exactly what entails for me to be in this masterclass, for me to have this product, for me to have this service? Do I know exactly when I can reach out for support, how I can reach out for support, what's included, what's not included? That is so very powerful for you to ask these questions, because if you are clear, then it's going to be easy for you to say, refer back to this or refer back to that. And you won't feel bad. You won't feel like you have to do something, because you've already set clear boundaries and expectations for them when they came into whatever it is that you're offering. Now, if this episode has helped you, I want you to take a minute and share it with a friend, another entrepreneur. If you have Facebook groups, Instagram, anywhere that you can, right? Because there are some women out here who needs to hear this, because they may be going through the exact same thing that you're going through in your business right now. And if you share it, great, let me know. If you don't have, if you don't understand, or you fully, want someone to look at what you have because you think that you're clear in what you're doing, send it to me. I'll be more than happy to take a look at it. Shoot me an email. Shoot me an email, leave it here on the podcast. Anywhere that you see me around the socials, just say, hey, I listened to your podcast. Can I send this to you so that you can take a look and help me be more clear in my business, so that I won't feel like I'm being bossy, and I want to set clear expectations so that my business can run more smoothly, so I can have more time. Okay. And what I also would like for you to do is, if you want to get more tips like this, I have a free newsletter, and I want you to go to workwithlorirobertson.com/newsletter. I'm also going to leave it down in the show notes. And you can sign up to get my best strategies, my mindset shifts, and the behind scene coaching that will go straight to your inbox, because you deserve to build a business that gives you freedom and peace, and it all starts with clarity. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. And again, if this helped you, please let me know. Please share, like, rate, so that I can be seen in the algorithm and you can get more of my content every single day. So until next time, I will see you on the next podcast episode. Bye for now.